Hi guys, my name's Sam. I'm a sports therapist here in the UK. And this video is to try and help you identify any traumaed areas in the neck and the shoulders. And if I can, give you some advice and demonstrations of ways to create relief, behaviour change and general comfort. Let's have a go. So here we go. There are many combinations of why we're having irritation in the neck, the shoulder, the rib cage. There are so many combinations. This is going to be one scenario of many, and I hope that this scenario can help you. I have a tennis ball. I have a large foam roller. Got a table with a towel, whatever you need to soften potential elbows and make things as comfortable as possible. Lastly, I have a shorter roller and I will demonstrate why this is useful as well. Scenario: tightness in the neck, finding it difficult to take the head back, pain, heat, restriction, or moving left and right might be another one. Weakness in the hand, weakness in the arm, tightness around the shoulder generally. There are a couple of things that we need to look at. Firstly, one, to calm things down. There may be multiple muscles involved, but there will be some particular key components. The tennis ball, we are now going to locate in the first position. The first position is going to be about here on the shoulder. It is an insertion point of where the trapezius, which is the muscle that often can get irritated due to tension of sitting in a car, on the old computer, anywhere with shallow breathing. We want to find this insertion point and we want to get maximum pressure on it within your comfort zone. Taking the tennis ball into the area and lying down. You may find that the initial pressure is enough. And if it is, that's fantastic. I want you to breathe and I want you to feel the feedback that that area is giving you. You might find it hard to breathe. I'm going to support my head while I talk. You might find it hard to breathe. You may find it difficult to put your head down. You might find it difficult to actually lift and move the arm. If these are the cases, we know that we've got the area. If you find that you have got the spot, definitely, but you feel that there could be more pressure applied, then we go into the bridge. Squeeze the bum, head down, lift. So you are now applying downward pressure into that tennis ball. You may need to breathe, and you may only be able to do this for a short period of time. You drop back down, and again, lifting the head might be something you need to do. Moving the arm might be something you need to do. That insertion point also has three areas of movement. We have the overhead. If you find that incredibly difficult to do, we again have found our specific area. I'm only going to ask you to do it 3 times, but you may find that if this is a chronic traumaed area, you might struggle to even get the arm up. So if it is a chronic traumaed area, you're going to raise the arm and put it down and come off the tennis ball and then move again. Then come back and redo it 3 times. On, off, on, off, on, off. If you're okay, you've had this for a long time, you've pretty much normalised it, then your threshold is going to be higher. So you'll be able to give me 3 up and overs. You'll be able to give me 3 out and backs. And you'll be able to give me 3 out and overs. This one I'm being rather careful because I know this one is quite a trigger for me. There, just in that region there. Then we come off. So you remember those points. Applying the pressure just off gravity alone, fantastic. If you have a higher threshold, then you might need to go into the bridge and place more downward pressure onto the tennis ball. Now you've done that, you're then going to just check the movement that you have. If there's lots of clunking or dunking, you need to be really careful with how much movement you put through that area. It may also feel very, very alien, okay? Just take your time with it. The next thing I'm going to ask you to do is to apply pressure to all of your back. So we come on, again, we still want to be concentrating on that entire area. If it is traumaed enough and just leaning to the one side and rolling up and down is enough, then that's fine. But you may have to open it up by cuddling yourself and opening up that area. 3 to 5 times on the roll. And again, you're applying pressure of very small range movements to coming right up and holding in set areas as you move. 3 to 5 goes. If you are finding that you are holding your breath, I want you to find an area, come off, go back on, move to the next area, come off. If you are holding your breath the entirety of the movements, okay, that is too much and you're probably going to exacerbate. I do not want you making the area worse. So you've done the tennis ball insertion, you've done the roller to generalize the whole area. We are now going to check a functional range. So, we use a raised surface. You can use the sofa, you can use your bed. I'm using this table with a towel for my elbows. I almost set myself up to arm wrestle 2 people at the same time. Now this is a really important area. If you cannot keep your arms open, hands away from one another, when you go into this locked elbow, shoulder, cat and cow. The head comes down and the back goes up, and the bum goes up and the head goes up. So we're trying to get this range. Now, as I've started, my hands have gone together. So now this brings me on to the roller. I come onto the towel and I hold my roller. It allows me to anchor my shoulders. And now I concentrate my new skill. Ideally, we want to try and get our head to come through. So you may need to come back slightly. And we are trying to encourage a better behaviour, an increased range through our trapezius, levator scapula. These are the two muscles around our neck. The range in our cervical spine. And because I'm locking the arms out, I'm really trying to concentrate on my thoracic spine, the ribcage area. So the roller keeps my arms parallel to one another. The movement of my head allows me to increase the range in my cervical spine, in my neck. The range that I'm trying to get through my shoulder, my neck and my thoracic spine is trying to get trapezius and levator scapula, which is this muscle in here. The tennis ball has allowed me to free up the muscle and the reaction that the muscle has as a behaviour. And the cat and cow is increasing and improving the behaviour of my upper back. So I'm trying to use it more rather than trying to encourage my lower spine. The demonstration for this movement, I'm going to do all again now I've just explained those points. But remember, this is one combination of many combinations of how the muscles in this region can go wrong. They can become disturbed, traumatized, confused. They can switch on, they can switch off. There are so many reasons why things can happen, but this is one area that I am hoping refers to you. So once again, I use the tennis ball in an area that I struggle with, and I'd like you to see whether it is an area that can help you free up the behaviour in your upper back. The big roller addressed multiple muscles in the same area, but not quite so aggressive, okay? Not so intensive. And now this is allowing you to move those muscles in a functional way and help the fatigued tight muscles to hold their structure. So, I set up, remember why I'm using the roller. If you cannot keep your hands apart, then this might be a weakness that we need to strengthen, but this is definitely going to support you. My spine is neutral, knees under hips, and I look down and I curl my back into cat, and I look up and I lift my bum, dropping my stomach. Another great way of just checking the movement through our shoulders is as we hold the cat, we then try and extend through the bicep, through the tricep. Making sure that the surface area is secure. And guys, as I do this, I can actually now feel my left rib cage get involved. So, we must allow everything to calm down. We must allow all these areas that we might be engaging, okay, switching on, however you want to use the term. We need to get those muscles on board. Muscles and areas that have had trauma that feel like they're generally holding on all the time is because they do not trust the bigger picture, and we need to ensure them that they're okay. So I hope with what I've just gone through today that if you do struggle around the neck, both sides or one side in particular, we need to help the body to bypass where it's struggling and reignite the other muscles around it so they all work together. If there's any comments, if there's any feedback, please leave it in the comments below. If you're happy and you would like to see more of what I do, then please subscribe, give us a thumbs up. But I hope this content makes you feel better. I'm Sam, sports therapist. See you soon.